back to our channel. Today we will be doing a mukbang of my mom's homemade shrimp style with rice and some homemade tortillas that we have right here. They're still steaming. I think the camera's getting that too. If you are new here, my name is Lucia.
My name is Lorena.
And we are the Leon duo. So in this mukbang, we're just gonna be saying maybe some funny stories we have about ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get to eating. I think my mom
she was mad.
Made them spicy. I haven't tried them yet. Warning, if you do not like slurping, this video might have a lot of it.
We are thumb suckers or like lickers, right?
Yeah, so this video might have a lot of slurping, a lot of like finger licking and stuff. If you do not like this, the next video for you would then be the spicy noodle challenge once we get those. But yeah, so how is the quarantine going for all of you guys? Let us know down below. It's a very, very sad time.
Okay, so what's one story time?
Oh, I'll tell you a funny story. So one time we went to Walgreens.
They're really good. Sorry, they're really good. They're like, I don't know how my mom and dad do it, but they add like chipotle to it. I don't know the whole recipe. They don't want to show it, so but they're really bomb.
Yeah, one time we went to Walgreens. Me and Lorena, like late at night, we went in to buy. I forgot we went in to buy. And there was one point when we were walking out. We were not arguing about something, but bickering. And then we were driving. The car we were driving was gray. Next to the car we were driving, it was the same car. She goes towards that car. She's like, open the door! She thought it was our door. And she's like, unlock the car! And I'm just dying out laughing. And then there was people in that car. They just looked at her like, okay, what the hell, you know? And then until she realized, she was like, oh, sorry. And then once we were walking away, they locked their car because they're like people like her.
So we're gonna go way back. It doesn't involve her. Oh, kind of. So me and my cousin were small, and my mom and my aunt decided it was good. Yeah, it was good for them to leave us with our dads. So that would be my dad and my uncle. And then my sister and my other cousin had gone to the Swami with with my mom and my aunt. And I believe at that time me and my cousin were sleeping. So being a small and waking up to nobody being home because my dad and my uncle decided, oh, they're sleeping. Let's just leave them and we'll come back and they'll still be sleeping. No, we woke up in the middle of them being gone. So my dad and my uncle, they were painting.
I think they were painting like a room. One of our rooms, the living room, I think.
They had built in the back.
Oh, those two.
And then, so they had left all their equipment outside with paint and everything. And me and my cousin decided to start painting. So we were small. So imagine our little hands being dipped inside the bucket. And so we painted a table green, just all green. But our hands were covered with paint. So when my dad and my uncle came back, we ran inside and we started washing our hands. And we started crying because the paint wouldn't take off. And then so we had to tell them. So when we had gone outside to tell them, my mom and my aunt and my sister and my cousin were coming back from the Swami. And then they were like, oh, mira, te traje una pelota. We brought you a ball. And then we were just crying. And then my dad and my uncle were scaring us. They're like, oh, we're going to have to chop off your guys' hands because you guys have paint. But at the
That's
end
what
of
they
it,
get for getting into the paint.
But at the end of it, they had to go back to Home Depot and get like a paint remover, I guess. But yeah, point is, don't leave your child unattended. So, yeah.
Even with the nieces we have right now, when they're quiet, we know they're doing something. We have a nephew that's like 7 months old. We already know he's going to be a travieso. So once he grows up, we're going to have to keep our eyes on him like 24/7.
Sorry, guys. The juice.
There was one time, our older sister, we were living in a different house. And it was night, and there was like thunder and stuff happening, like rain and an earthquake. And then they had like, it was me, Lorena, and my 2 other sisters. We were at home by ourselves. And then she was in a room because she didn't want to share her oranges. So she was peeling them. Remember Rosa? She was peeling her oranges in another room. And then me and my other sister were like, can we have some? Can we have some? And she didn't want to give us none. So she's in the other room just peeling her oranges, whatever. And we're in the other room. They're across from each other. And then we're like just sitting, whatever. And it starts to shake. All I remember is my other sister running from the other room with the oranges in her pocket. And she's just flinging them out here. She's like, here. And oh my, that's what you get. I know. Te la doy. So she probably thought like that came because she was being so stingy and greedy about her oranges. But that time was funny. That was a funny video. Or that was a funny time. And we were like smaller.
There was one time that we were in a hotel, and
oh, the earthquake one?
Yeah, nobody was in the hotel, only me and my sister.
And our older sister used to work at night. Yeah. So during the daytime, she was asleep.
So, it was just me and my sister, and nobody else was in the hotel. And we were in the 2nd story, and I was small as well. So when the alert system went on, I didn't really know what that meant, so I didn't wake her up. And then all of a sudden, the bed started shaking, and I'm like, what the hell? And mind you, we had a dog, and there was no pets allowed in that hotel. So I was like, how am I gonna hide him? And then I get the dog without caring if they see him. And I run down the stairs. And once I start running down the stairs, it starts shaking more. Mind you, I have not waken up my sister.
She's still in the bed sleeping.
So the staircase starts shaking. And I was like, I got scared halfway. And I was like, okay, no, I have to go back up. So I go back up and I wake her up. And once I wake her up, it stops. The earthquake stops. She
cared about the dog and was like, I'm out.
And my sister was like, why didn't you wake me up? She was like, yeah, you cared about the dog. And I was like, I didn't know. So, yeah.
Oh.
He's dirty.
Okay. Never. Always. Whether it's me or my other sister, we always dirty ourselves. I should have worn a black shirt.
Put the plate more closer.
Uh-oh. She's using my tortilla plate as trash, so am I. So our parents are gardeners. When we were smaller, we would always go with them to work.
By the way, we're drinking Coke.
Coke. We would always go with them to work. It's like they would be so nice to us. They would let us go like in their pool, bring out like toys or give us candy and stuff. There was one time that we were playing. They had a dog. We were playing with the dog, and the dog was like a small little, like I don't know what kind of that dog
they're like called. Fluffy, but their ears are like really long.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know, they're golden. I'll see if I can figure out how to insert a picture somewhere. But point is, we were playing with a dog, small little dog, like smaller than from my knees down. So we were playing to the point that he got like vicious. So, excuse me. But he was getting vicious, not towards me, towards her. But then she was like running circles around the pool because he wanted to like bite her. So she was like running circles around. to the point that like she got tired, I'm guessing. So she jumped inside the pool. And then I thought she was safe. She thought she was safe. The dog, tell me why, the dog jumped into the pool and swam to her without her knowing and bit her like right behind the arm.
I was literally drowning too. Everybody thought it was funny.
I was dying laughing. Because it didn't come after me. It was after her.
There was this one time that me and my brother were watching a scary movie. And I don't know why all of a sudden we're like, because you know how like in some scary movies they start saying like the gibber thing that they like the demons.
I hate watching scary movies. Every time they're like repeating the stuff or reading whatever they're reading in the books, I always try and sing something in my head because I feel like whatever they're saying is true and it's gonna come after me. So I'm just putting it out there.
So we were watching a scary movie and they were saying that and then he's like, what was I saying? Oh, he was like, oh, like we just started saying like, oh my god, like where's the cross that your mom puts? And I was like, oh, what do you mean? And then I was like, oh yeah, cause sorry, that's my dad. Cause then how my mom's room set up. So how my mom's room is set up. There's by the exiting the door, there's a cross. It's a little tiny cross, and I was like, wait, where's her cross? In the middle of watching the movie. He's like, what do you mean? And we looked at each other. I'm like, yeah, she has a cross hanging when you exit the door. And then he's like, stop lying. And I was like, I'm not lying. And then so he looks and he's like, oh shit. And he runs out and I run out and I was like, oh hell no, I'm not staying here.
They come out running like Lucy, like they're like scared. And then I'm like what the hell's going on? I was outside. I think I was playing beer pong with my husband or whatever. And then they're like, come, like we're gonna show you something. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I go and they're like, where is the cross? And I'm like, right there. And they're like, they look at each other like, no, it wasn't there when we were watching it. We're watching a scary movie and it disappeared and stuff. And I'm like, it's right there. What do you mean? So I still to this day I don't know what happened to them.
We didn't go back. And he was like, oh, I think I'm gonna stay sleeping in the living room. And I was like, you're dumb, go sleep in the room. And then he's like, no, I'm scared. Because I think he had sleep paralysis before. And I was like, oh, that's your problem. I'm baptized. I don't know.
That is one of my biggest fears, having sleep paralysis.
Yeah. But, I mean, we've talked to a lot of people that are baptized and they get sleep paralysis. But how, like, Catholic people and say, like, oh, once you get baptized, technically demons can't touch you. But I don't know.
Because I think my husband is baptized. Mm-hmm. And there was one time recently, too, that he said he got it. And that he just saw, like, a black shadow just, like, covering over him. And then that when he closed his eyes and, like, was trying to, like, pray or whatever inside, he felt it, like, pull him up. And, like, he was, like, just remembers being with his mouth open. While, like, still laying down, just, like, up like that. And then he, like, fell asleep. And I'm like, oh, no. And then usually I always feel when he gets up or does anything like that. But I don't remember him moving at all that night. This turned from, like, funny family stories to, like, creepy stories.
What else is going to happen in this?
There's still a lot of stuff that happened in this house.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't witnessed it myself. But, yeah, they say she's witnessed a lot. Well, she's with my niece. My niece was like, well, she's like 5.
She was like 3, 4.
She's like 6. Yeah. And she was a lot more younger. And she knows like a couple stories like that they've just told us.
So, the first time that it happened, we were in my room, and we were playing, and she goes like, oh, she was fine. She was playing for like a good while, and all of a sudden she stopped because my closet is always open. So she stops and looks at my closet, and I was like, what? Like, what's wrong, you know? And it was me and my older sister. And all of a sudden she's like, oh, te brazo, like to lift her up.
That's what she was saying, like, hug me.
And then so we got her, and then we exited out the room, but she was really scared. And then the second encounter was that my mom has like a praying house outside, and we were inside there, and our backyard has like a big long hall to enter to the actual backyard. And we were playing inside the Virgen's house, and she just looks at the dark hallway, and I was like, and she says the same thing, te brazo, and I was like, oh no, like I was like, I'm not risking nothing. So then that's when I went running inside with her, of course. And then the third encounter was
with Manny?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The third encounter was I was babysitting her, and we weren't home alone. Her husband was here.
My husband stays playing.
Yeah, he had his headset on, I believe. But that day it was just technically me and my niece in the actual like house. And then we had gone to my dad's room to watch Netflix, and we're like, my niece was like, oh, I want to use my scooter. So I was like, okay, like, go get it, since it wasn't her mom's room. And then she goes, gets it, but then she comes back. But she comes back like running, but kind of like secretly. And I was like, oh, like, what's wrong? And then she's like, oh, there's somebody in my room. And girl, I'm not those type of people that go in first.
Not like the scary movies.
Yeah,
Let me go check.
I am not going in first. So I was like, oh, go tell your Nino to go check who's in the room. And then sorry. And then he's like, oh, he goes, but then I go right behind him. And then he goes, and he's like, oh, like, mama, there's nobody here. And then she's like, yes he is, like, look, he's right there. And we didn't see anything until this day. Like, we haven't really seen anything. But
I think she's out of that phase already, because she hasn't said anything about it. She's a lot more older now, so maybe she just can't see it no more. So I don't know, but I've never experienced anything like that with her. Or with anyone else. I've never really had a scary experience myself. I don't want to. So yeah, guys, we are done already with our food. We're most likely gonna go get seconds right now. But yeah, I know it went from funny stories to scary stories. That usually tends to happen every time either we're just talking ourselves, or I don't know if you guys have had that happen, that you guys are talking about something and I don't know where you're talking about something the totally opposite some other time. That's us all the time. Sometimes we even just sit like hear scary stories. So yeah, I mean, we weren't able to find any more funny stories. I know we have a lot of them, but we weren't able to remember them as fast.
We have to write them down.
That one we know. Like when we're thinking about them, then they come. But when it's just like say it, it's no. But yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I wish we could have showed you a recipe of the shrimp.
But my mom wants to be stingy.
My mom wants to keep it all to herself. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe in the bottom.
Make sure to turn on the bell to get notified every time we post a new video.
We're trying to post
a little more frequently.
Now that we're in quarantine, you might see a pretty good amount of videos going up. Let us know if you would like to see another mukbang. We can either do it, maybe buying some shrimp from
she makes chicken alfredo, so she could make chicken
alfredo too. Or maybe we can go buy something from like McDonald's, Burger King, Chinese food, anything like that. So just leave it down below if you would like to see another mukbang. Bye bye.